Does America really want us to be skinny? Now there's a question that's been buzzing around like a pesky mosquito at a summer barbecue. We live in a land of contradictions, don't we? On one hand, we're bombarded with images of airbrushed models, fitness influencers, and the relentless pursuit of the perfect figure. On the other, we're surrounded by a smorgasbord of snacks, fast food chains, and sugary delights that could make even the most disciplined health enthusiast's mouth water. It's like we're in a tug-of-war between the desire to look like a runway model and the temptation to indulge in that extra slice of pizza. So what gives? Is this just an innocent love for variety, or is there a deeper game at play? And most importantly, where does this leave us as individuals navigating through this maze of mixed messages? Stick around as we delve into the American food paradox. What's on your plate? Is it a reflection of America's food industry? Let's take a moment to consider the typical American plate. It's often brimming with a variety of foods, and while diversity is a good thing, the types of foods we commonly consume are worth examining. From coast to coast, in small towns and big cities, our plates tell a story of convenience and taste over health and nutrition. Picture this: a juicy burger from a fast food joint, golden fries glistening with salt, a fizzy soda on the side, or maybe a microwave-ready meal, ready to serve in just minutes. These foods, delicious and convenient as they may be, are often laden with unhealthy fats, sugars, and salts. Our consumption of fast food and processed meals is not just a preference, it's a habit cultivated by an industry that thrives on convenience. The food industry has made it easier than ever to grab a quick meal, but at what cost? The American plate is also heavily influenced by our love for snacks. From potato chips to candy bars, these treats are a staple in our diets. They're available everywhere, from gas stations to office vending machines, making it incredibly easy to indulge in a snack attack. And let's not forget about our beverages. Many of us quench our thirst with sugary drinks like sodas and energy drinks. These beverages might seem harmless, but they're often packed with a surprising amount of sugar. So, what do all these foods have in common? They're all products of an industry that prioritizes convenience and taste over our health. They're easy to get, quick to consume, and designed to keep us coming back for more. But the consequences of these food choices are far-reaching and impact our health in ways we're just beginning to understand. Our plates are a mirror of the food industry, but what's happening behind the scenes? Ever wondered how your food travels from farm to plate? Let's take a journey down the production line in America, where food isn't just about nourishment, but a multi-billion-dollar industry. Our journey begins on the farm, where vast fields are sown with a single type of crop, a practice known as monoculture. This is the first step in the mass production of food, as it allows for a large yield of a single product. However, this method can deplete the soil of nutrients, leading to less nutritious crops. From the farm, these crops are taken to factories for processing. This step often involves adding preservatives, artificial flavors, and sugars to make the food tastier and longer lasting. But these additives can contribute to health problems like obesity and heart disease. Large corporations dominate this process, controlling everything from the seeds farmers plant to the price at which food is sold. These corporations prioritize profits over health, often choosing to produce unhealthy food because it's cheaper to make and sells better. For example, consider a bag of potato chips. Potatoes are relatively cheap to grow and can be harvested in large quantities. They're then sliced, fried, and coated in salt and artificial flavors. The result? A snack that's high in fat, salt, and calories, but low in nutrients. This isn't the only example. Many of our favorite foods go through similar processes, from sugary breakfast cereals to fast food burgers. These foods are convenient and delicious, yes, but they're also contributing to an epidemic of obesity and other health problems. There's a saying, "You are what you eat," and in America, we're eating a lot of processed, unhealthy foods. It's no surprise then that we're facing a health crisis. But the problem isn't just what we're eating, it's how it's being produced. We need to start asking ourselves, why are these unhealthy foods so prevalent? Who benefits from their production? And most importantly, what can we do to change this system? The food we eat is a product of a system prioritizing profits over health. It's time to challenge this system for our health's sake and for the health of future generations. Why does a salad cost more than a burger? You've probably asked yourself this question while staring at a fast food menu, your wallet, and your waistline in a three-way standoff? Well, the answer lies in the complex web of economics that governs our food choices. Our food system is a bit like a game of Monopoly, where the rules are set by government policies and market forces. These rules often favor the production of certain types of food over others. In the United States, for instance, the government heavily subsidizes corn and soy, two ingredients that form the backbone of processed and fast food. This results in a glut of cheap, calorie-dense but nutritionally sparse food options. On the flip side, fresh fruits and vegetables, which receive far less government support, are more expensive to produce. They require more labor, more land, and are more susceptible to weather and pests. As a result, they come with a heftier price tag. This economic reality shapes our food environment, making unhealthy options more accessible and affordable than their healthier counterparts. But it's not just about the price of the food itself. The economics of eating also includes the time and resources needed to prepare meals. For many people, especially those living in low-income neighborhoods where fresh produce is hard to come by, fast food and processed meals are not just cheaper, but also more convenient. This situation creates a paradox. While we are encouraged to eat healthy, the economic structure of our food system makes it difficult to do so. It's like being told to swim upstream in a river that's flowing in the opposite direction. So, when we talk about eating healthy, we need to talk about more than personal responsibility. We need to talk about affordability and accessibility. We need to talk about changing the rules of the food game so that a salad doesn't cost more than a burger. This brings us to an important realization. Eating healthy isn't just a personal choice, it's an economic challenge. What's the cost of our food choices to our health? This query invites us to delve into the health implications of our food preferences. Our bodies are, in essence, the sum of what we consume. A diet rich in fats, sugars, and processed foods, while perhaps satisfying in the short term, can have detrimental effects on our health in the long run. When we regularly consume unhealthy food, our bodies begin to pay the price. Obesity is a prime example of this. It's a condition that affects millions of people across America and is directly linked to the food we eat. When we consume more calories than we burn, our bodies store the excess energy as fat. Over time, this can lead to significant weight gain. But the impact of obesity isn't just about the numbers on the scale. It's a serious condition that can lead to a multitude of health problems. These include heart disease, type 2 diabetes, and even certain types of cancer. The risk of developing these diseases significantly increases with obesity, making it a leading cause of preventable illnesses and death in the United States. Furthermore, the consumption of unhealthy food doesn't just affect our physical health. It impacts our mental well-being too. Studies have shown a strong link between a poor diet and mental health disorders, such as depression and anxiety. Consuming high amounts of processed foods and sugars can alter our brain chemistry, leading to mood swings, fatigue, and a decreased ability to cope with stress. We must also remember that children are not exempt from these health implications. Childhood obesity is a growing problem, with 1 in 5 children in the U.S. classified as obese. This not only affects their health in the present, but it also sets them on a path towards serious health issues in the future. In sum, our food choices have a profound impact on our health. While the immediate satisfaction of a sugary snack or a greasy meal might be tempting, the long-term consequences are far from sweet. The price we pay for unhealthy eating goes beyond our wallets. Our health and ultimately our lives are at stake. While we're served up burgers and fries, skinny is still in style. We're living in a world of contradictions, aren't we? On one hand, we're surrounded by advertisements for fast food, sugary drinks, and indulgent snacks. On the other, we're bombarded by images of slim, toned bodies and headlines that scream, "Get your beach body ready," or "Drop a dress size in a week." As a society, we're caught in a tug of war between our food reality and the skinny ideal. The disconnect is glaring. We're told to enjoy the guilty pleasures of a double cheeseburger with bacon, but also to strive for the perfect slim physique. It's a paradox, a conundrum that leaves many of us feeling confused and, quite frankly, frustrated. This dichotomy isn't just affecting our self-esteem, but our overall mental health as well. Eating disorders and body dysmorphia are on the rise, and it's no wonder. We're being pulled in two very different directions. The pressure to conform to an ideal that is often impossible to achieve, coupled with the temptation of unhealthy but oh so delicious foods, is taking its toll. Everywhere we look, from magazines to movies, from social media to billboards, we see the thin ideal glorified. Yet, at the same time, we're encouraged to indulge in food and drinks that are far from conducive to maintaining a healthy weight. It's a mixed message that's creating a culture of confusion and, in some cases, encouraging unhealthy habits. So where does this leave us? Stuck between a rock and a hard place? Perhaps. But it's essential to remember that while society may seem to be pushing us towards these two extremes, we each have the power to make our own decisions. We can choose to disregard the skinny ideal, to redefine what health and beauty mean to us. We can opt for balanced meals over fast food, choose to exercise for wellness rather than weight loss. The skinny ideal and our food reality are at odds, but what can we do about it? Well, we can start by nurturing a healthier relationship with food and our bodies. After all, health and happiness are not defined by the size of our genes, but by the strength of our spirit and the joy in our hearts. Change starts with us with every bite we take. It's a simple concept, yet it holds immense power. Every meal, every snack, every sip we consume is an opportunity to influence not just our health, but also the food industry itself. Choosing healthier food options is not about adhering to a strict regimen or counting calories. Rather, it's about embracing a broader spectrum of natural, whole foods that are nutrient-dense and packed with flavor. It's about savoring an apple fresh from the tree or the rich, earthy taste of whole grains. It's about enjoying a variety of colorful vegetables and lean proteins and discovering the joy of foods that nourish both body and mind. But what does this mean in practice? Well, it's about making conscious decisions. Choosing a fresh salad over a processed sandwich, picking brown rice over white, opting for a glass of water instead of a sugary soda. It's about reading labels and understanding what's actually in the food we buy. Moreover, it's about rekindling our relationship with home cooking. There is a certain magic to preparing a meal from scratch. It not only gives us control over what goes into our food, but also connects us with the age-old tradition of sharing a meal with loved ones. And let's not forget, home cooking can be a creative, rewarding, and even therapeutic activity. Yes, it may require a little more time and effort, but the payoff is huge. Not only will we feel better, but our choices can also send a powerful message to the food industry. If we start demanding more wholesome, natural foods, suppliers will have to respond. And let's not forget the broader impact. By choosing local, seasonal produce, we can also support local farmers, reduce our carbon footprint, and contribute to a more sustainable food system. The power to change our food system lies in our hands and on our plates. Each meal is a vote for the kind of food system we want. Let's make each bite count. Let's choose a healthier path for ourselves and for future generations. Are you ready to make a change? It's a simple question, but the answer holds the power to shape your health, your happiness, and even the world we live in. We've explored the American plate, the production lines, the economics of eating, and the health impact. We've examined the skinny ideal that's often promoted, and we've discussed the healthier path. Now, it's time to take action. Many of us are caught in a cycle. We're surrounded by foods that are high in sugar, salt, and unhealthy fats. It's easy to reach for these options. They're quick, they're convenient, and let's face it, they're often delicious. But these choices can have a lasting impact on our health. It's not just about losing weight or fitting into a certain size. It's about nourishing our bodies with the nutrients they need to function at their best. It's about feeling energized, focused, and vibrant. It's about preventing chronic diseases that can rob us of our quality of life. So, how can we make healthier food choices? Start small. Try adding more fruits and vegetables to your meals. Choose whole grains over refined grains. Opt for lean proteins and limit your intake of added sugars. Every small change you make can add up to big results. But our actions shouldn't stop at our own plates. We need to challenge the food industry. We need to demand more nutritious options, clearer food labeling, and responsible marketing. We need to use our voices and our dollars to advocate for change. And let's not forget about societal ideals of beauty. We need to question these ideals, to challenge them, to redefine them. Beauty isn't about being skinny, it's about being healthy, strong, and confident in your own skin. It's about embracing diversity in body shapes and sizes. We can all play a part in creating a healthier, more body-positive world. Whether it's making healthier food choices, challenging the food industry, or redefining beauty, your actions can make a difference. Your food choices matter to your health and our world. Choose wisely.